This guy, I'm sitting on this 9-12 and just not playing.
Hey, buddy, watch this.
It's time for another Decksperiment, and this time around we're taking a look at Nozari in Paladin, new legendary minion, and seeing if we can build a nice little mid-range dragon package around Nozari. And I won't spoil how well this one goes, but needless to say, Decksperiments don't always work out perfectly. Now that said, if you want to skip into the gameplay to see for yourself, well, there's a link in the description below. You can jump right there. Otherwise, let's take a look at the deck building process for this dragon mid-range paladin. All right. Dragon Paladin. So we've got some new Dragon Paladin synergy cards, right? Bronze Herald and the Dragon Speaker specifically. Kind of a Dragon hand buff package. And we've got the new dragon, Nozari, which is pretty chill. Oh, Devris, let's see what he's saying here. This is going to be amazing. By now we know how to play OTK Shrivel Pally. That's a weird copy paste. I don't know what that copy paste is. I had tried to put together a mid-range Dragon Paladin because you take a look. Let me build mine first, man. I wanna try to build one, no fear. You know I want to build my own. We'll take a look at it after and compare, but we'll run through mine first and then see how it goes. So we also have the Cathedral Gargoyles Dragon Synergy card that I think makes a ton of sense. Now looking at this package of dragons, like, how do we want this to go? Is Nozari actually the right move here, for instance? Because if I look at these cards, I'm seeing sort of I guess a more mid-rangey deck, right? Like, they're not raw control cards necessarily. I mean, they seem to play a little bit more on curve and seem to support having like some big 7/7s and stuff in the mid game. That's always a good way to go. Need a ban hammer for one Dan. I already banned Dan like 2 seconds after it happened, guys. It already happened. I don't know if you can see when that happens or not, but it's already done. Look and see what dragons are and go from there. That's a good idea. Just see where the dragons are. I like that. That's a good strategy because we may end up being more control oriented, right? That's a possibility based on the dragon packages we find. Rise of Shadows. That's the only 3 dragon synergy cards. Okay. So we have like Nightmare Amalgam. Fire Tree Witch Doctor certainly is an interesting 2-drop as well. Scale Worm's a cool card. Twilight Drake maybe. Scorcher's certainly fine. Crowd Roaster's fine. And then we got the big boys here at the end. So if I'm looking at the big boys.
Legendary.
Okay, hear me out. Big Hand Mage with Conjurers, Calling, and Giants, Splitting Image. The new twin spells and magic trick to keep your hand full, and Khadgar.
Young Lindika, thank you for the Young Indy. Let's see, Young Indy, California. Young Indica. No, never mind. I got there. That's a Devil's Grass reference, I think. I don't know for sure. $5 though. Thank you for the $5 donation. And we already tried something similar, man. If you go to check out my Hearthstone profile, I can't do it now because I'm going to lose my deck progress. But we already made something pretty similar. Now, we did not run Splitting Image, but we did run Conjurer's Calling and a bunch of hand-filling sorts of things and summoning sorts of things with, I think we added Giants. I think we ended up with Giants. Devil's Grass. I'm glad you guys like that. I don't actually think that's this is clearly not my opinion on it. I just thought it was a funny. Devil's Lettuce. That's even better. Yes, there you go. That's even better. So let's find some dragons here. I'm glad this is going to go on YouTube later, by the way. But thank you again. And if you go to my Hearthstone profile, Indica, you'll be able to find it. It's just like search for like Regis Kilbin up here or whatever, and it'll take you to the list. If you just go to Hearthstone, it's just hearthstone.com. You might know Hearthstone, you probably do. But you'll see it. It was like Khadgar, Giants, Twilight Drake. It was basically a hand summoner mage, which is exactly what you're kind of describing. Yeah, it's we made it last night, so it's pretty cool. I don't know if it's perfect. It felt kind of weird when you're making it, to be honest, but it has potential. So, I mean, if we look at the late game dragons, right? Like, I don't know. I think Alex Ross is probably overkill if we're running Nozari. I don't know if we actually want to run either. We might want to make more of a sort of mid-rangey deck. I think Ysera is intriguing, though, because she offers a little bit of a different kind of value package. So, I mean, looking at this, right, we have this sort of super sick smooth curve. Is this a mid-range deck, though, I guess? Yeah, I mean, it's got some late game stuff. I don't know if Nozari's perfect for this deck. It's like, can we generate enough like resources to be control decks or enough pressure to be control decks? I mean, Dragon Speaker's a lot of stats. I don't think Twilight Drake makes sense. We're not going to have full hands often, right? We're going to be playing out cards on curve. Although, I don't know, Bronze Herald is adding dragons to the hand. Fire Tree Witch Doctor's adding cards to the hand. We might actually be able to play Twilight Drake successfully. I feel like it could be a buff. It could get a buff, right, and be like a 7/10 pretty often, you know? Like, I think this is a possibility. We could definitely run Thakal. I think that's okay. Duel and big dragons. I'm worried we have to run small minions, so duel may not work.
Time to tell you that this deck clearly needs a Garubashi chicken. You dodged a bullet there.
Thank you, Pyro, for the 100 bits, man. Good morning. Good to see you. I don't know how on earth we're up to 418 viewers already, guys. That's crazy. It's crazy. If it's a 4-6, it's okay. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't have to be amazing. It just needs to be a dragon, because dragons empower our deck in some ways. Also, dragons get buffed from the dragon speaker. So the Twilight Drake doesn't have to be a 4/10, right? It just needs to be a dragon and be decent, which I think it will be regularly. So I feel like this is a neat little core. I mean, I do think it's trending a little bit too late game maybe for what I want it to be, but we have some really powerful mid game stuff. It's not quite a control deck. It's still kind of a mid-range deck. But it can definitely go long if it needs to, right? But the idea here is probably to like overwhelm my opponent on turn 6, turn 7 with just big old dudes and crowd roaster swings and just get the board on turn 4 or 5, right, and just hammer from there, I think is the plan. Now, the question is, how do we support that, right? How do we add some complementary cards here that help us do that? Do we need to add more control aspects, for instance? Do we need to add better curve cards? Like, do I need to add in 1-drops and stuff? Do I need to add in, like, Argent Squires just to make sure I'm staying equal on the board? So do we want to move more towards tempo and mid-range, or do we want to move more towards control is the question. That's the thing I don't know the answer to. Like, clearly, Thakal has some synergies with Nozari, right? Like, and it's just a decent 3-drop for a mid-range deck. Secret Package, I don't want to go Secret Package because we've already built a Secret Paladin deck. Like, we did that already. But, like, what about an Aldor Peacekeeper, right? Like, this could be a sick card if we're running more control style. Just going to toss in some things I think make sense for us. Consecration and True Silver Champion probably makes sense. Zandalari Templar is only really good with Nozari. I think that's probably too inconsistent. Although if I have a lot of 4-drops already, I don't know if I can run a True Silver. Consecration does something a little unique. Like, we could run Shrink Ray, right? Shrink Ray Pyro stuff. But I don't know if going more control is the right route. Gurawashi Chicken definitely fits. I kind of feel like going more mid-range is the right route, guys.
Could be an interesting choice if you're gunning for mid-range. If the hand buff hits it, that's a huge body.
Yeah, but how do I deal with the... Paladin doesn't have a good way to deal with the downside. I don't know how to handle the dude. We got to kill the 2/1. I don't have a good easy weapon or a good easy activator. Divine Shields can be, but... I don't know if I want to go full on control, guys. I feel like more of a mid-rangey deck is going to feel better. I think the call is still fine because it's got a good body for its stat line, right? I kind of think I want to go more mid-rangey, not full control. Like, I think I want some 1-drops and like I could go Crystallizer, Argent Squire. Gurubashi Chicken still a possibility. I think running some like lifesteal minions could be good, for instance. I don't hate Serenite Taskmaster either. I know a lot of us wanted to go control here, but I don't know if I have enough reactive stuff now, though. I don't know. I feel like we're too split now. Definitely Ziliax makes sense. Yeah, Ziliax is good. Lifesteal is what we need anyway, so. Because the call, you don't want the call to be only supported by Nozari. I don't even know if Nozari is right. I think we might move away from Nozari, to be honest, which is kind of sad because this is like a dragon deck here. Ziliax and Hinchland Hogsteeds are pretty zoomy. Yeah, they're zoomy indeed. Yeah, Tremendous, that sounds pretty crazy. I don't think I want to go this crazy late if I'm gonna stay more of a tempo deck. It's hard to find good one drops right now, by the way, guys, with no Dire Mole. I just added a card accidentally. What was that? Stormbite Commando. Hard to go for one drops now without Dire Mole, man. Where's Dire Mole? Like, that's the staple. Oh, we can run Glowtron in Paladin, though. Hold up. I think I like that better than Taskmaster. Glowtron, Argent Squire, Crystallizer. Gargoyle, Fire Tree, Witch Doctor on 2. We have Hero Power on 2 as well sometimes, which is fine. I do actually like the Aldor in there still to give me a little bit of reactivity, right? I don't know if this deck is good enough right now.
I have a gut feeling that we will get more Helidin cards in the next 2 expansions.
You might be right, Pyro. Yeah, I hope so, man. I hope so. We lost the Spellstone, which would have been really cool to test all this stuff. Would have been really cool. I do know we have no spells, yeah, and I think that's an issue, to be honest with you. Like, we have some reactive minions, which is good, like Scale Worm, that's a reactive, you know. Albert Peacekeeper's reactive. Fire Tree Witch Doctor can generate spells, but I do feel like we need more. Well, I don't know. Crowd Roaster's reactive as well. I honestly think Nozari is wrong, guys. I think this is going to be more of an aggressive Dragon Paladin deck. Sort of. I worry, though, because Bronze Herald is not really an aggro card, right? Like, it's kind of understated. You're adding these dudes to your hand that aren't really that well statted either. They only get good after turn 5. I think we've shifted this too low cost. If you're going to make it about Dragon Speaker and Bronze Herald, like, those are not really kind of mid-rangey card. They're not aggro-y cards. You know, they're way more mid-range, late game focus. Like, Dragon Speaker means you're not making good plays until turn 6 plus. And it's like, I don't want to be making good plays turn 6 plus. I want to be making good plays if I'm running an aggro deck turn 4, 5, 6. And then I'm running like kind of weak cards turn 3, weak card turn 5. So I think we've got to go back. I think we've got to shift it again towards control. I think we went too far the other direction. It's still fine to run some one drops just because they're going to be nice. I think we got to go back a little more towards control. Or not even really control, but like late mid-range, right? 26 cards. I actually think I am going to add in a Nozari again. I think we went too low, just based on Herald and Speaker. I think I can add a Ysera again. But I still don't think we have enough removal. Like, I'm going to have to cut something. I don't know what to cut. I feel like maybe Nightmare Amalgam can be cut. I'd like it a lot with Ziliax. But I already have Glowtrons for Ziliax. I think I need some early game to stay competitive, right? Can we start off with 2 drops, right? I don't know. I like Crystallizer with some of our Lifesteal and Nozari stuff. That'll be fine. Scorcher, it's intriguing too. I don't know if we're going to need Scorcher. How much token is there, you know? I feel like if I'm cutting a card first, I feel like it's going to be Amalgam. Maybe Aldor Peacekeepers I could cut, but I like those. I think those are going to be important. So I'm at 28 cards. I need to add, like, Consecration and maybe even Equality or Shrink Ray, right? I need some removal if I'm running more of a late game. I need a reset style play. I need a reset because we might fall behind sometimes and need to flip after falling behind, right? Does every late game control deck need the 8 mana 7/7 replace your deck? I don't think so. Maybe not on day 1 when this deck will be played, or day 2 maybe. You guys like Shrink Ray better than Equality? Do I really need it? I guess it is better on its own in some cases. Sure, doesn't change the math a lot. I don't think I want to run Pyro. Weirdly enough, I think maybe just Consecration's enough. I also have the Dragonmaw Scorcher, so if I get desperate late in the game, I can still combo that out together. And Shrink Ray itself can just slow things down for me, which is nice. It's 32 cards though, so something's got to go. Something's got to go. I feel like Nightmare Amalgam is my first choice. I already have a lot of 3-drops. I have a lot of 5-drops too, but that's because of Shrink Ray. I know the Amalgam has the Ziliax thing, but that's just like just one card. I don't think that's worth going crazy over. Okay. How do we feel about this? Dragon. I almost hesitate to call it control. It's really almost close to attack too slow. I think so. I don't want to go too crazy on hand buffs because, like, theoretically, 4 mana 7/7s are good enough, and big crowd roasters are good enough. 10/7 crowd roasters and stuff. No, we're keeping Ziliax. Yeah, it has Glotron. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, that's a small synergy, but just possible bonus, So the idea here is, keep up with the board early to mid, do a pretty good job of staying alive early to mid with minions and reactivity, and then if you get super far behind, you have some removal, and then the idea is to sort of play a huge number of threats, turn 6, 7, 8, just drop some bombs.
Instead of Ysera, she'll bring them back down to 15 after healing them.
We could, but I'm hoping that we just have enough big minions that it doesn't matter, right? If we have 4, 5, 7 attack minions, at some point, like, we're just gonna push through them anyway. And you don't have to play Nuzari if you're ahead, right? Like, if we're ahead on board and we're winning, it's not like you're forced to play Nuzari. This is more of sort of the desperate Thakal bonus card. Like, if we go into a late game scenario and we need a lot of stuff, we can play Nuzari and do our thing. I do wonder if, like, running an Elysiana in this deck would make sense, just to give us the like, the real advantage against control decks. I don't have any card draw in this deck either, though. Ugh. We have a lot of card generation with Herald and Firetree Witch Doctor. Man, it's like I want to fit in all these dragons, but I don't know if there's time. Maybe Crowd Roaster's wrong, guys. I don't know if Crowd Roaster's actually good. I don't know. Frost Dragon says the same thing. Yeah, I actually think we might need to cut the Crowd Roasters. Do I need them? I like Crowd Roaster. But I feel like we may not need it. Kills Tack Nos Whiskers. It does. I do like the heal 4 draw. Yeah, I think that would be nice. Ugh, there's so many things I want to run here, and we can't run them all. Ugh. I don't know what to cut. I don't know what to cut. Maybe Dragonmaw Scorcher can be cut. We have a lot of 5-drops already. But I think it's cool with Shrink Ray. Maybe we cut one of each of these reactive ones. And then we run Flash of Light. That's a good heal option for us, I think. It's even good with big minions, right? Like, it's kind of cool with big minions. Have we done Burgle yet? Yeah, we did build a Thief Rogue. Okay, I like this a little more, I think. I think maybe being stuck to Ysera and Nozari are... Actually, I don't think Ysera's better than Elysiana. I think Elysiana might just be better than Ysera. Even though she's not a dragon, like, she gives you a... The whole point of running Ysera was, like, extra resources against control decks, right? But Elysiana does that probably even better. I think Elysiana is even better than Ysera at doing that. She can give us that sort of late game emergency out. Late game emergency out. How would you win the board with this deck? Just good minion presence. Scale Worms are reactive. If we totally lose the board, we have clears with Shrink Ray, Consecration. But, I mean, we have a pretty solid curve. I mean, theoretically, we're going to be playing out some minions. I don't think there's nearly as much risk of, like, super early board dump anymore. Like, Heal Zoo can't go crazy anymore and dump a hand. I think it's going to be more 1-for-1 minions in the early game in most decks right now. So I don't actually think it'll be hard to keep up. Why no Alex? I just don't think it makes sense. Pyro is a possibility, but I don't know. I prefer the Consecration because it's good on its own, and I don't want to lose too many of my 2-drops. If you play Lysiana and you have no cards in your deck, I presume you still get 10. Yeah, you should replace 0 cards with 10 cards, right? Without card draw, Lysiana is terrible. Do you expect to get to turn 25 or more? The thing is with Lysiana, you can just, so if I get in the late game, right, like even if I have 15 cards still in my deck, I can play Lysiana and try to discover 5 big things and like emergency outs and just extra crazy resources that wouldn't otherwise be possible. Because you're gonna be biased towards Paladin cards, which might mean you get a lot of secrets. It might be risky, but you might also get like extra Tyrians and just top deck some really powerful stuff that could help you get there. You could even put extra card draw in there. I think it's just a cool emergency out. Cool emergency out. Put in a card. No, that would be too far. I don't want to go that. That's too far. I think Lysiana's already kind of a greedy. I think all of our late game cards we've added, Ysera, Lysiana, Nozari are all sort of greedy ads. I think we're being sort of greedy with it, but we'll see. I like it. Yeah, Ant built a zoo deck. He says 25 and 9 to legend. Sorry if ladder is ruined. It is the most hyper aggressive looking zoo deck I've ever seen in my life. But it puts in Rafam to make it worth it because you can bail yourself out with Rafam late. I love it, man. That's what I talked about. I love it, Ant. I want to play Ant's zoo deck, man. I might play that tonight, actually. Show my boy Ant some love, man. We might play that really quick tonight, man. I'm cool with that. I love how it has Rafam in it. Like, what does my Zoo Rafam deck look like? Did I make a Zoo Rafam deck? Demon Zoo Warlock. It looks different, that's for sure. It's not the same. Mine's got jumbo imps and stuff. Definitely a little different. Okay, that guy is a real pain in the behind. That's for sure. Can you check the stats on Dragon Speaker, please? Yeah, I don't expect them to be great. Let's see. What do they look like? Dragon Speaker. Do you guys not have these or what? Can you not sort by this? Because of Dragon Speaker, played win rate is 50% and deck win rate is 48. That's not actually that bad. That's sort of trending towards 3 stars maybe. That's not too bad. What were you expecting to see, Mage, or what were you hoping to see? Zanzu has a problem. What is it, man? What's your problem, dude? What's your problem, man? I have 31k dust and I don't have the heart to craft anything. Yikes, dude, that's crazy. Definitely wait. I mean, I don't think you have to pull the trigger today. If you take Witch's Brew or Hagatha Scheme on Swamp Queen Hagatha, it won't repeat or upgrade each turn. Oh, I'm not surprised by that. I'm not surprised by that because it is a minion. Yeah, good to know though. Good to know. Not particularly shocking to me, but useful information nonetheless. It's an interesting draw right there. I like that draw. Okay, we got some 4-mana 7/7s, but are they going to be fast enough, right? Are we going to be able to stabilize on the back of these 7/7s, right? As we've seen in the past earlier today, like sometimes just playing big 8/8s and stuff doesn't really get you there. We do have some, swing cards in the deck. This is a very big crowd roaster, for instance. Nozari itself is rather large. But I have to be able to keep this board in check or none of it's going to matter, right? Yikes, that is particularly spooky. Spooky. Is this ever worth a Shrink Ray, guys? I don't think so. Is it worth a Consecration? Maybe, but it's still kind of risky. Am I worried about Bloodlust? That's 12. Plus 5 is 17. Not quite yet, but I'm definitely a little worried about it. A little bit worried about Bloodlust. Alright, let's see, man. Consecration plus Flash of Light is an intriguing line, that's for sure. Buys me a little time if I'm not dead. I gotta get to turn 10 though to make this really compelling, right? If Nozari had taunt, I think it would be such a busted card. As it stands, I'm not sure. 2 stars, how I rated it. Yeah, it seems like 2 stars is reasonable, yeah. If your hand is full, does the bomb go off? I don't think it should. It should probably burn based on what we've seen in the past with those style of cards. I think it would burn. I'm strangling myself with my cord here. I started today at rank 10, 0 stars, and we'll end there. Perfect, dude. That's how it should be on a day like today, I think. That sounds like the dream. Sounds like the dream. Unfortunately, this guy is kind of a nightmare scenario for me. I think I'm pretty much dead to that. I don't know. I mean, we can certainly buy a little time, but not enough. I don't think we need this card in this deck. I think this is a greedy choice. I mean, I know why we did it, because we were thinking, oh, like, we're running Nozari, we need a control deck, but I think this is still too greedy. We're thinking about, oh, this is a slow deck, it needs some value, blah, blah, blah. I know why we did it, but I think it's wrong. And I didn't add Wild Pyro, which I'm really regretting at the moment. I'm very much regretting that decision right now. Yikes. Aldor is useless here. It doesn't matter. We're dead. Yeah, see, we didn't have time to get there. We didn't have time to get there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not shocked. I mean, we even curved out well, right? We even curved out well. We didn't get a ton of reactive stuff. We didn't get our Scale Worm. But I don't know. We didn't get a Dragon Ball Scorcher. That actually would have changed this game a lot, too. Dragon Ball Scorcher would have helped a ton, but that's okay. We'll see how it goes again. If anything, burning a bomb should make it more likely to detonate. It's a good point. It's a good point. Thematically, from a flavor standpoint, you've definitely got a point. I got Golden Tack, Nozwhisker, and I don't know whether I should disenchant it or not. You definitely should not disenchant it yet. I mean, it might be amazing. It might be one of the best cards in the set, for all we know. I don't think day one we're seeing that evidence yet, but it's really, really early to be, you know, disenchanting things. Who knows? Bomb doesn't trigger Eye for an Eye. That makes sense because bombs, well, I bet bomb does some of the time. Wait, why would bomb ever trigger Eye for an Eye? Oh, I bet it does sometimes. It just depends on whether or not it's your opponent's turn or not. It might depend. Although no, maybe it's considered you're doing the damage instead of your opponent. I'm not sure. I'm doing really well with Test Rogue and Bomb Warrior. Yeah, I'm not super surprised by that. Seekers don't trigger on your turn. Yeah, I know, but you can activate bombs that they're not on your turn, right? I'm still confused in my brain right now about what's what there, because it's not that simple. But also, I think it's you doing the damage because it's your own. It's your own bomb, right? It's in your deck. It's your bomb. It's not your opponent dealing the damage, I don't think. So, does that matter? I don't know. Cold Light Research Project, Death Rattle, draw a card. Why are you talking about Mills? Oh, yes. I still don't know what you mean. Disenchanting should start around 2 weeks from now, not today. I agree with that, yeah. I agree with that. Yeah. Do we want to kill that or not? I don't know. I guess so, yeah. A little worried about tokeny dudes, but we'll see.
No evening streams tomorrow, Regis.
No, Pyro. What I'm going to do is these long streams, all the, like, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday this week, like, middle of the day streams, so that I can just, you know, play a lot of decks really fast. So I'll be streaming, like, from, you know, early in the morning until almost till evening stream time, right? Like until now or later, till like 7, like from 10 to 7 or something, or 10 to, you know, whatever. I don't know exactly yet, but something of that sort is the plan. So much longer streams throughout the whole day. That helps me for YouTube videos and stuff. I can prep all my YouTube videos at night, and I don't have to get up quite as early and stay up as late. And it's much easier for me to do it that way than 2 small streams. Plus, I just like to engage in all the hype of the expansion, you know. It works out that way. This is what I normally do every expansion period. Okay, I guess we're gonna kill that thing. I'm not super annoyed by it, but it's no need to worry. Like, no need to leave it, right? So clearly, some kind of token. It looked tokeny at first, but there hasn't really been a lot of strong follow-up yet, I would argue. Drakari Trickster, what? Okay, well, we know that he runs this. It's worth a little knowledge. It's intriguing. Sure. Again, I think this might be too slow for this kind of matchup, but we'll try. Hopefully I don't just get smorked right now with Savage Roar ×2 or something. We've kind of played 2 wide board Smorky decks right in a row, which I think this is built more to handle kind of tall decks and control decks for sure, like it's getting a lot of threats and stuff. As it stands, oh god, did he play into this though? Oh lord. Oh boy, did he give me the juiciest consecration in the history of the universe. He definitely, the answer is he did. He gave me the juiciest consecration. Did he forget consecration's a card? Maybe he wasn't expecting to see it. I don't know. Either way, I am one happy camper. Oh my god, that felt very, very good, to say the least. Wow. Man. Okay, yes. I'm feeling good now. I didn't think we were going to have any chance in this game. I'm certainly feeling a lot better at the moment. Jeez, dude. Jeez. Apparently he has a minion in hand, which I guess he has a squirrel, no? What is that other minion there? I don't know. What? Is this going to force the concede? Like, surely it will, right? Surely this will force the concede. I knew it would. I knew it would force a concede. Oh my god. Is this wild? No, it's standard. You can always tell by the logo in the corner. I don't think I was covering it, was I? Nope, that was standard indeed. That was quite the game. Okay. That was something. That was something. Alright, Hunter. We might be a little better against Hunter, I think. We can maybe go 1-to-1 with Hunter more instead of going wide all the time. I mean, this deck has a lot of 1-drops, you know. We built in the early curve nicely, so I think we can go 1-to-1. It's a nice curve already. See, like, I think we'll be alright. Can't win them all, Druid, after playing Duskfall and Aviana. No joke, dude. That was crazy. No joke, man. I love the Hearthstone viewership today, guys. Like, we've done well, don't get me wrong, but beyond that, like, just a lot of people playing the game, watching the game, loving the game. That's such good news, man. Such good news. It's really, really cool how many people are having fun today playing Hearthstone. It's great. Great stuff. Anyone got a good Secret Paladin list? I have a list, but I don't know if it's good. I haven't even played it yet. I doubt it's good enough. I think it's going to run out of gas too fast. Let's see what HS Replay says here about the expansion thus far. Crap. Alright, I'll hero power. I'm going to take the bait here and not do it. So, latest expansion, all regions. So far, it's showing odd Paladin. That's certainly not going to be the right data. Well, something is clearly gone amiss with their...
RegIS is a bully. Hope you enjoy the new expansion.
Yeah, I mean, obviously something's not right with this data if it's still showing odd rogue and stuff. As it's got Fungal Mancer in its Secret Paladin list. I mean, clearly HS Replay's data is not correctly filtered by actual latest expansion yet. This filter is not working. Maybe we can go to Dex? I don't know. It's definitely not working like it's supposed to yet. Yeah, I mean, this isn't that great, right? But it's fine. It certainly works. It's going to be nice if we can hit some lifesteal. No Zari. Need to hit a dragon, though, man. My hand is all dragon synergy cards right now with 0 dragons. I will absolutely play these soon if I have to. But I'd prefer not to. Dragon? Dragon? Yes! That's what we needed. Okay. Yeah, I think this could be good. We can get some initiative on board. Yes, absolutely. Flashlight's fantastic here with our health the way it is. Yeah, I don't know, man. HS Replay's data is definitely not that good yet. Regis is a bully. Lazy boy, dude. Thanks for the 100 bits, man. Love you much. I didn't even hear that come through somehow. When did that come through? A minute ago. Man, I did not even hear it. Does this deck have enough life gain? I hope so, man. I don't know. We got infinite life gain with our friend Nozari. That's the idea, at least, in theory. Yeah, this is not very good at the moment. Maybe I just play this. I mean, Flash of Light plus Cathedral Gargoyle doesn't work very well against this board, right? So, I mean, honestly, who cares? I don't know. I just want a 3/5. Like, this alone being a 6/9 is really good. So, I mean, yeah, let's do it. Let's just play the Dragon Speaker. It's gonna make him nervous too. He's gonna be thinking about it, you know? Like, oh man, that dude has big dragons. I better be careful. I gotta go long. Baited arrow here? Yeah, baited arrow. Okay, so Aldor's fine here. We'll probably hit the flashlight first, see what happens. Well, I wouldn't hate a gargoyle either, though. Well, no, I do if I put that to 1. Never mind. This is fine. Another dragon speaker. Okay, so he trades and trades. This goes to 2. Ziliax cleans it up. Alternatively, we dragon speaker, Cathedral Gargoyle. Now that the weapon's finally gone. It's pretty cool stuff, man. Pretty cool stuff. Maybe I'm being too greedy holding this. Like, it may just be better off playing a 6/9. But I'm worried about Deadly Shot and Hunter's Mark specifically, so I do want to get some value out of the Battlecry, I think. A little bit of Battlecry value would be nice. Sunreaver Warmage is my new favorite card. It's basically 5 mana, 4/4 charge, immune this turn. Yeah, it's actually kind of even... Well, yeah, it's actually even kind of better than that in a way, right? Sort of even better than that, which is intriguing. Still only the 1 dragon, unfortunately. That's sort of annoying. He also has a pretty decent trade line here, but not amazing anymore. Ziliax plus Sound the Bells is kind of cool. Could be a nice 9 mana play. Rapid fire trade, rapid fire trade. Well, math's a little awkward here. He does not have the cleanest math. Also, Scorcher's looking a lot better all of a sudden. Math just got a lot cleaner. I take it back about the math, man. Scorcher. Looking a little worse. Consecration, though. Man, I wish I could do both of those. Right. This isn't my favorite play in history, but it's certainly acceptable. We're still at 18, which, you know, he has 6. It's not enough, really, but Ziliax will help. This guy, I'm sitting on this 9/12. I'm just not playing. I don't know. This feels probably wrong at some level. I think I'm maybe being a little too greedy with it. This might be the turn. Well, no, if he's doing that, I might feel obligated to Ziliax. I'm at 7. I have to Ziliax. Yeah, I mean, what is this card? This is from, what is this from, guys? It's a Shimmerfly card? No, it's the only Shimmerfly he's played. What is... Oh, it's the Rapid Fire. Oh, okay, so we actually do have sort of a cap on his damage, but we don't know what this is if I Scorcher, right? This could cause a problem. I think just to be 100% safe, I kind of have to Ziliax here, unfortunately. It's just the safest play to make.
I've been enjoying Bomb, Mech, Dragon Warrior.
Let's just be safe,
What's your
right?
favorite deck so far,
That's the Twin
Regis?
Spell, Rapid Fire. Favorite deck so far was probably our Varisa Hunter, yeah. I think Spell Hunter was really cool. He conceded off that. Wow, okay. He must have got a bad spell off the minion there, because I didn't think he was totally out of it yet. He must have not had a way to clear Ziliax and realized it was going to start healing and turning the corner. So, okay. I mean, yeah, this deck's not in the worst spot, right? We are 2-1. 2-1. It's pretty good.
Nax is out, folks. Dawn of the Dragon hype.
Yes, dude. Yes, Nax out. Finally, it took years. We never dreamed this day would come true, but it's here. We finally made it. We finally made it. Do 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 do. I like my dragon, Paladin. How about you? Just played one with 0 new cards. A warrior with 0 new cards. Yikes, dude. That's tough. See you though, Treetop Man. Have a good one again. Good luck. I think you're heading to the HOA meeting, right? How did it go, man? I was talking, I think, right as you left about how HOAs make me really nervous. Like, I'm stressed about HOAs. I'm really scared of them. Like, I don't want to deal with an HOA, basically. Makes me very nervous. So, I'm curious what you think.
Job's done.
Curious what you think. By the way, guys, I just checked out of curiosity, like, the Hearthstone feature today, how much has been worth. It's basically been worth about half of our views today. Pretty much exactly half of our views have come from HS Replay. Like, we've had a total of 51,000 views today, and 26,000 have come from Hearthstone. So that leaves like 26,000 or so, 25,000 or something from our normal sources, which is actually still really high. 25,000 views on our own is like more than I got all day on Saturday, or more than I got all day on Friday. So I actually think we've kind of held up okay on the view count side of things then, even with the Hearthstone help. Like, it certainly went a long way, but not maybe as long as I expected. Like, only half. I mean, half's a lot, obviously. Like, that's a huge portion. Our numbers would be half all day, but that would imply we peaked at like 1,600 views on our own if that's the case. Interesting. 25,000, yeah, 25,000. Yeah, we've had 26,000 views from Hearthstone, 51,000 total views. I don't think you guys necessarily realize how much turnover there is in a given period for views. Like, lifesteal, I don't know if Warrior is going to matter much with lifesteal. Seems like it's going to be more of a value game or a pressure game. I think I'm going to go for the eventing round. So like Saturday stream, we had 16,000 total views, but you know, our max was 1,700 viewers, right? Like, people, there's a lot of turnover. Like, somebody will watch for an hour, right? And then another person will come in. So the view count stays relatively steady, but you know, throughout an 8-hour stream, you might have 8 to 10 waves of 1,000 people, right? Like, just, you know, turning over all the time. So you can get a lot of views. Could you explain why you added a Lysiana to this deck? Yes. So the thought was, you know, if we're running cards like Nozari and some of these like sort of mid to late game cards, we do end up needing some value probably. Like, it's in many ways a tempo deck, but having that little extra oomph of value can help you win matchups. Perhaps like this one where, you know, we maybe need to go toe to toe with a control warrior, and if we don't quite get over the hump, we can maybe give ourselves a couple extra turns in fatigue, that sort of thing. This Burger Miracle deck is pretty strong. What does it look like, man? Fohua says, love your positive outlook on things. You're just not just what you say, but how you say it. Thanks, man. It's really nice of you to say. I try my hardest. I've had a good life, dude, so I feel, you know, my responsibility is to give it back to people as best I can, right? I know how lucky I've been and appreciate, and I absolutely do my very best to appreciate that fact, so I'm trying to share the love with others, you know. Give back a little for what it's worth. I think I got to use my speaker on my 4/4s, you know. I don't think it's good enough to just get this on one Twilight Drake this game. This game's a little different than last game, which I didn't even end up playing that huge dude last game. I think I need the long-term value here. Yeah, I think it's important. Wow. Wants them bombs in deck, man. Eventually I can replace them if I get desperate. Like, if I think I'm gonna die, I can hard commit to this. I don't think it's worth it most of the time, but eventually. I don't really have a good play. Yeah, let's actually just heal one of these, right? That's fine. Part of me wanted to just like turn the corner and start going face already, but I think it's a little early. It's a little bit early for that. We still have a solid board state. I don't even know if hero powering here is worth it, because we might be looking at like a brawl or something soon. I don't know exactly what this dude's running. Coin boom is possible, but not maybe great yet. He top decked the brawl actually. Or no, he didn't. It's his number 6 card, never mind. It's fine. Dude could potentially take 12 damage here. I have like close to lethal. Isn't that weird? Like, we're almost over the hump. Is he gonna armor up? Oh, loot hoarder. Okay. Okay. Yeah, man. I don't really know what else to do, so I'm gonna do this. It's gonna make him really nervous, even though he probably shouldn't be. I don't really think there's all that much to be scared of right now, but he's gonna be thinking about it. I guess technically, though, I do have double consecration, so I mean, if he doesn't armor, if he just plays like Dr. Boom here, he's dead. Like, he'll die. So, I mean, I don't know. I did sort of put myself on a 2-turn out. Not really. I don't think it's gonna work, but it's kind of cool. Just ate some toast. Favorite jam? I think I just like grape best, man. I don't know. Strawberry's pretty good too. The fiance buys a lot of strawberry stuff. I'd like preserves better than jam or jelly though. I think preserves are the best bet. So he's going to 7 instead. I don't think I'm going to get to 7, right? 7 seems hard. I don't think I have any direct 5 damage cards, do I? No, and in fact, I have a pretty terrible turn here. Just, again, not a great turn. Oh, he goes to 9, actually. Oh, perfect. Even better. The dream. Yeah, my hand is very clunky at the moment. I really need some Bronze Heralds to, like, open this thing up. We're almost definitely going to be going into sort of a control game here, guys. I don't see how we're going to possibly win this one from a tempo standpoint. I mean, even though he's at 7 health, right? Like, how do I get there? I don't know. I mean, God, though, I have 3 right now. He's only at, you know, he's only at 6 health functionally. I kind of just need 1 or 2 good draws, I think, guys, and I'm like close to winning this. I don't like using both my consecrations, but I mean, theoretically, he's at 3, 5. Again, I just don't have direct damage, though. There's no direct damage in the deck. I don't have any damage. There's no direct damage. None. I have to stick some minions here. I need to hit Bronze Heralds. I need to hit Flash of Lights. I need to hit... Oh, interesting. Did he forget this was a mech or not? No, maybe he didn't. I don't know. Intriguing. I have to hit something soon. Part of me is like gonna have to slam a Lysiana soon, like just to get me somewhere. I don't have any good cards at the moment. Shrink Ray is just such garbage. It's just useless. It's just utter garbage right now. Oh my god, I am in the worst spot. I think I gotta play this. I just need stats, man. I just need stats. Like, we're so close to getting over the hump, man. Who would eat grape seeds? Oh, nobody eats grape seeds. That's weird. Grape can't be a jam. I think you can buy a grape jam. Jam is the one that's made of, like, juice, right? Which you can juice a grape. You can't get grape preserves, I don't think. But you can definitely get grape jam. You can't... It's hard to get grape preserves because you don't want, like, just random grape in your preserve, right? Like, you don't want chunks of grape. That's more for like strawberries and probably peaches and stuff that are preserves. I don't know for sure, but pretty sure you can definitely get grape jam in jelly. I think jam is made out of like they mush things up into a pulp and make jam, and the jelly's made from the juice, right? I looked this up one time because I didn't know. And then preserves are like actually the chunks. I don't remember all the rules of this system, but there were definitely some interesting rules. I guess I am just completely out of gas. We are totally shifting into a control deck now. I don't know what has happened. How did I totally run out of cards? It's the first time this has happened. I mean, looking at the deck, we don't really have that much card draw, I guess. We have a lot of generation, but not a lot of draw. Yeah, we've just totally gassed out, man. I have 19 cards in my deck. Now, 4 of those are bombs, right? But still, how did I gas out so hard? Oh boy, that's an issue. That's a big issue. I don't even, like, look at this garbage. I am so dead, man. I am so dead. I am out of resources. This is a problem with this deck right here. Like, clearly we don't have enough card draw. Enough cycle. I have just been totally stymied this game. I ran out of gas. I haven't even really played that many low-cost cards, to be honest. It's mostly, like, mid-gamey stuff. We have completely ran out of gas. How do we add card draw to this deck? I don't know. I think this is going to be a big problem, though. There's a great episode of How I Met Your Mother. I don't remember that talking about jam. Man. I really don't remember that. I've seen all of Hyman, but I don't remember that. Acolyte of Pain? I mean, maybe. We don't really have a good way to activate it, though. It doesn't feel great to me. Acolyte of Pain is Regis Kilbin's favorite card. It's not, but it is a well-designed card. I think it's very well-designed. That's true. I probably have to play this soon, guys, just to get a minion. I'm desperate. I don't have any choices. If I don't hit, like, I don't know. What do I even hit? Dragon Ball Scorcher or something? Scale Worm? I don't think it's enough, guys. I don't know. I think I have to do this. Just pick some high-cost cards. I don't know.
The last 2 hours Blessing of Wisdom does a lot for this deck.
high cost cards.
Just a thought, though.
Yeah, maybe. The binary, I need something, man. I definitely need something. There's no question. These all suck, right? These are terrible. That sucks too. I mean, Hecklebots aren't terrible, maybe. Oh my god, is this what it's always like? The last time we played this card, I got like the most insane results imaginable. And now when I do it, it's like utter garbage. It's just utter garbage. That was the worst Elysiana in the world. I did get rid of a bunch of bombs, but I have 0 good cards. That was just utter garbage. Where were all the Paladin minions? When I did that in Shaman earlier, I got like 4 legendaries. I got like Agatha, Alakir, I didn't even pick it, I don't think, and like a bunch of good spells. That was the worst result imaginable. I guess Consecration buys me a little time maybe, but I just don't think there's an out here. I mean, the fact that he's at 12 is kind of handy. Maybe I could have just gone for like raw damage output. Like I did have that Stone Tusk Boar. Was there any like Boar Consecration out? It could have been a total of like, I don't know, 6 damage. It's not quite enough. Probably not enough. I don't think there was any window there. So this has no dragons for sure, guaranteed. Consecration is the only thing here that buys me a clear, but it kills me because it puts a 7/7 in play and a 4/5. I mean, and a bunch of bombs. So let's just suicide, right? Like, fancy suicide here, guys. I don't know. I guess technically we lived, but not by much. Wow! God. It kept me alive at 1. What a jerk. So this exposed some real issues in this deck build, right? Real. I looked it up, and grape can be a jam by definition, but I still refuse to believe it is a jam. I appreciate your consistency there. Believing in your beliefs. That's can be good sometimes, not always good. All right, we'll play one more game of this and see how it feels. That game felt really, really bad, right? Can you check out the Control Mage I've been playing? Yes. It's kind of funny. The first 4 or 5 decks we played today felt amazing. They all felt wonderful. And then as we've gotten deeper into this list, they felt worse and worse. Now, I think part of that's, the things I was most excited about, we kind of had a feeling they were good. And then as we've gotten farther and farther, it's kind of running some questions. This build was definitely a stretch. Now, I did think the Control Shaman would be better than it was, though, to be honest. I did not think that would be weak. Now, that said, we did win some games with it. And frankly, this deck is still 50-50. It's not like this deck is falling apart or anything. It's just not as good as I expected it to be. I don't think the curve has been as clean or the aggression. Let's check out this Control Mage. Yeah, I mean, I've seen a few lists like this today. I mean, yeah, it looks good, dude. I don't know if you have a lot of Conjurer's Calling plays or not, though. I guess you kind of do. Yeah, it looks fine. I like it. I like it. It's all about results, though, right now. I mean, this is the dream curve, I guess, right? Sort of the dream curve, but is it going to get us there? It's going to get us over the hump. For some reason, I just doubt it. I don't think it is. I don't think it goes hard enough. This is, beautiful minion. Shielded mini-bot of old. Hello, Epic Beard Man! Hello, dude. How's it going? Another small challenge with this card is that it's not always necessarily easy to kill it off. Like, I kind of need to kill this before next turn, and I don't know that I'm going to be able to, right? It's not something that always dies. So you might get stuck in some scenarios with garbage dude on board. See what I mean? Like, I kind of had to take a turn I didn't want to take. Also, I don't think the shrink rates are worth it here, guys. I don't even know what these are doing. It doesn't feel good at all, because we're always ahead on board. These always feel bad. I don't even really have a good clear with them other than Consecration. That's 9 freaking mana. Like, this is bad. I don't even think Nozari makes a lot of sense anymore. I think this deck needs a shift in focus. Real shame I didn't draw a dragon here. I don't think I have enough dragons to make this work. I think there's a lot of problems, basically. My opponent just coined an Omega Devastator on 9. Oh, beautiful, dude. It's beautiful. That is beautiful. It's, I think everybody has to learn that one, right? Like, you just gotta learn it. You gotta learn it. Yeah, it's big. I mean, I'll take some big things right now because I don't really think I'm gonna get there this game. I think we're gonna have the exact same problem we had before. I thought this deck would mount a lot more pressure against kind of control decks than it is. Instead, it's just sort of petering out. So that probably means we've like split the middle too much and we've tried to make it too many things at once. That can be a really... That's an easy trap to fall into, I guess, right? Okay. I think I might have valued armor more there than that last warpath. So maybe that indicates he has a 2 damage dealing thing. What would deal 2 damage that doesn't deal 3 though? I don't know. That warpath is interesting. I probably would have chose to hit the armor button. He kind of lost 2 health for not much gain, I feel like. Unless, again, he has a 2 damage deal in this. I mean, high roll central over here, though. My god, dude. We're definitely not going to get there, right? I don't even have a purpose for the coin. I mean, we can try to go long again, but I think the same problem's going to happen. We just don't get it. We just don't get there. Why does the coin Omega work? Because you don't actually have 10 crystals. You have 9 plus the coin. Like I said, it's not super intuitive. I guess the coin is not technically a crystal, right? It's like... It like gives you a crystal, but it's not really yours. Again, it's kind of an arbitrary sort of distinction, I think, but... I mean, yeah, Harpy's definitely the best pick there. No question about that. If she can live, man, like, that's a chance to win, actually, right there. She can live. That's 8, 12, 15. Roaster could certainly provide a nice swing. Did not hit the Divine Shield. That's so clutch, dude. That's so clutch. Because now he's rushed, needs to run into the shield, and that feels terrible. That's really clutch, man. I think this deck would be better off with Blessing of Kings. I mean, obviously the Harpy made me think of it, but I actually just think it would be a nice pressure mounting card. As it stands right now, this deck's really too defensive, I think. Consecration times 2 is very close to getting him there, but not quite. Instead, I kind of have no turn to take here. Again, just no proactive sort of play. I mean, ironically, we're not holding a dragon, so this becomes a good play. It would be terrible if I had a dragon, because I'd have to hit my own minions. Like, ironically. Oh no, never mind, it's enemy minion anyway, so it wouldn't matter. Never mind, it'd be fine, we could play it. It's not like Big Game Hunter where you can't play it sometimes, right? That one's always tough, because sometimes you just can't play it. Oh, he got there on this finally, but can he clear this now? Oh, that's good. That's really good. Okay. Double Consecration, unfortunately, is still gonna let him heal a ton off that. But I think it's the right play. I can't Shrink Ray right because it hits my own dude. So I had a quality here, this would be perfect. The quality would be lethal, right? Instead, it's not lethal. And I'm doing this garbage play to heal him for 6 like an idiot. That's the alternative. And now he's got to clear on the Drake. I do technically have 8 remaining if he clears the Drake here. Although he can clear this too, so I only have 7 remaining. I don't think I have any 1 direct damage in this deck. So I think we're outside of a Fire Tree Witch Doctor top deck. I think we're going to end up short again.
Friendly content.
We're going to end up short again, which is insane. Dark Matter, dude, thank you for the 5 months. You're the very best. Appreciate it. 1 month away from your beautiful blue badge. It's coming so soon, I can almost feel it. Yeah, see, we just ran out of gas again. It's every game. It's every freaking game, dude. I mean, this is an enormous boy. We got a lot of health. I can try to go long. I mean, this certainly buys me a lot of time. 58 health. We got all the time in the world, but can Alyssiana outvalue Dr. Boom, right? I think the answer to that is no. I don't think she can. Particularly because most of my cards are terrible. Most of my draws are just utter garbage. So I don't see it happening. Exposing myself a little bit to board clears here and just being totally out of cards, but we gotta try something. Who would win, one Boomy Boy or the healiest girl to ever girl? I don't know. Is this a girl? I don't even know. It looks like a dude, kind of, but it's dragon, so how do you know? The goatee, I guess, doesn't imply much, but who knows? Is anyone even trying Lucent Bark? I've heard a lot of people talking about it, yeah. Whoa, that was a weird freeze. That was cool. Nozari all sideways there. Did I win? I do win. Ooh. So excited to have this minion remaining. I would have thrown those in early, I think, because what if the Nozari won? I don't know, that seemed risky, man. Big time heals. Yeah, I mean, obviously we're playing a slow game, so I think holding this for a while makes more sense than going right now. Maybe just hitting 1 or 2 minions with it's worth something, right? Although if I get a dragon in hand, I do want to hold it maybe for the Witch Doctor. I need resources. I just need stuff, man. He's also not playing a lot of stuff either, which is kind of good news. Bombs I can maybe mitigate with the Lysiana, but I need to get more cards first. I can't play a Lysiana too early. I need to play a Lysiana at the right time. Witch Doctor in hand is sort of the worst draw, because I only have 1, 2, 3 dragons out of 9 cards. My chances of drawing Witch Doctor are actually rather slim, right? Or drawing a dragon. It's like 33%. So it might take me 3 or 4 turns to find an answer that makes this good. I practiced Dragon Pally some, and it feels much better as a mid-range deck. Yeah, I think we shifted too late as well. We're running out of steam, and we're not finding the. There's twice now where we've gotten like a control deck down to 7 to 10 health and not had the push necessary to get them over the hump. Like we couldn't get them over the edge. So it's pretty evident right now that the deck is not doing enough pressure, basically. How long have you streamed for? We are 7 hours and 16 minutes in, man. 7 hours. We're gonna play, I think this is our last game of this deck. Then I'm gonna play a few quick zoo games with the Ants deck. Ant built a little zoo deck he said he had a lot of success with, and love my boy Ant, so I wanna try that out. Oh, I'd love to draw my own Scorcher right now, please. Scorcher, please. I think it's too early, right, guys? Like, it's too early to go, isn't it? I have plenty of health left. I mean, I think I just wait a turn, honestly. I don't know, man. I need to hit Dragonmail Scorcher so bad, guys. So bad. It's not that unlikely. Happy expansion day. Thanks, man. It's been really fun. We've had so much craziness today. A lot of great games. Tried some very cool decks. We won a lot earlier. We've been winning a little less late. We started off the day white hot. So strong. And then we fell apart a little later. Scorcher, 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 Scale Worm, Scorcher, Scale Worm, Aldor. Only the worst draw on the deck now. That's no big deal. I mean, this health total's buying me a lot of time, but I don't love my plays. Do not love my plays, man. Scale Worm would have been great. Could have killed this. Aldor could have denied this. Twilight Drake, I mean, would have gave me Dragon plays. Instead, I kind of got nothing to do. Put a card in this deck works great with Lysiana. The problem is the card just doesn't really work great on its own in this deck, right? Like, how would we kill it? How would we have time for all that? Whoa! That's too big for me. Twilight Drake, I need something to answer this. Like, humility is fine. I'll take it, man. I'll take it. Good God, that's scary. Only 19 health now. I'm getting very dire straits now. I think we're gonna just get outbodied in this matchup now. Like, now that he just dealt so much damage to me. I don't know if I'll have enough time to Lysiana successfully, right? Twilight Drake, I mean, it's gonna be big, but will it really matter at this point? It probably won't matter. Whoa, that's weird. Why did he do that? What? Why did he do that? Did he need the board space? I'm very confused why that just happened. What did he just do? Scale Worm would be good. Not even that good, though, honestly. Not even that good. I think I'm going to Lysiana this turn. There's nothing in the deck that I really care about anymore. Need to find something magical here. Unlike, which is not any of these things. Oh God, we are so dead. Why are all these cards always so bad? Why are they so bad? I thought it'd be way better than it is, man. I thought Elysiana would be so much better. On average, the cards suck. I thought you'd always get one good thing. Should Desir go the second? We talked about it when you were like deciding how control oriented to make it, but we decided not to for whatever reason. I don't even really know why. He's not just blindly going face. Okay. Interesting. Alright. Little bit too much damage, I think, still for me, unfortunately. Which I know it's like, doesn't look like a lot, but it honestly is a lot. I kind of have to do this because we're, that's a good draw because it means I get to use my Scale Worm and also buff my dude here. It's a pretty good draw.
I have had much success with Ysera in my Dragon Paladin deck.
5, he has 6, but he can easily stack a magnetic taunt on this dude, so he probably has an easy 10 damage here. I have to imagine he has 4 magnetic damage. He can either do it now or find it if he wants. Surely we're dead here. And even if we're not, like, I don't have anything next turn that wins me the game either. So, doesn't really matter. Did he really not have lethal? He didn't even check for lethal first. Come on, man. Like, what if you just got a war gear, dude? Like, you just missed lethal. It's kind of lame. Sort of lame, isn't it? Check the lethal, dude. Oh, Pyro, I'm glad it's worked well for you, man. Dragon Paladin deck, indeed. Is yours more mid-rangey or, like, more control-y? I mean, if you got Ysera, it's probably more control-y, I'm guessing. I don't know. What cards in this deck would you consider keeping? I don't know that it's good enough, man. I think I'd have to totally reshape the deck. You'd either have to make it more aggressive and more tempo-y or way more control-oriented. Like, cut the Glowtrons and Crystallizers and stuff. But I'm not sure, dude. I don't have a good fix on it right now. And there you go. I mean, at the end of the day, this deck wasn't terrible. Like, it was capable of doing some cool things. But ultimately, I think it kind of stranded itself between being more of a tempo mid-range deck, and we put in a little too many control pieces with things like Elysiana and Nozari. So it kind of just didn't feel like it did either very well, and a lot of the cards felt awkward. So I think there are definitely better ways to build Dragon Paladins, but nonetheless, this was a learning experience and a cool deck to play around with for a little while with a shiny new set of legendary minions. That said, if you guys have recommendations for fixing or improving this deck, of course, leave those in the comments below. But until then, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, game on.